Hello, tea enthusiast. Hello, tea farmers. Hello, tea drinkers. I won't forget you. Today, we, as the G10s, embark on a journey through time and geography to uncover the fascinating story of tea farming. Join us as we delve into the ancient history, origin, and migration across continents to see the flourishing cultivation of tea in Kenya, especially Kisii County. As we all know, tea is a beverage, and steeped in history and tradition, it traces back its roots back to ancient China, where legends have it that an emperor known as Sheng Nong discovered it. And this is around the years 2737 BCE. From its humble beginnings, tea was used as a medicinal herb, and it gradually became an integral part of the Chinese culture. So, over time, over centuries, tea's popularity spread along the ancient Silk Road, reaching neighboring countries and eventually Europe. But how did it find its ways to Africa, especially to Kisii County? To know more, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and comment if you have any questions. So back at it. Tea was introduced in Africa during the colonial era, primarily by the British in the late 19th century. They established tea plantations in various African countries, including Kenya. And the reason they did this is for commercial purposes. And that's how you find that tea came into Africa. And in Kenya, in this video, we will talk about how is this tea grown? How is it made a seedling? And finally, a bush before it can be harvested, taken to the factory and made tea. So like, subscribe, and enjoy as we watch the video. This episode, we take a walk into the former Rift Valley province of Kenya, initially a district known as Bomet District, and now being called Bomet County, into one of the settlement schemes known as Sotik. And in here, we go to a village where we find a farmer, an old farmer known as Mr. Robert, who used to farm tea bushes, and he is still an active farmer in these activities. And so this is how he guided us on how tea is farmed. Before you get the tea where you get your drinks and drink, first of all there's the procedure of making seedlings. And here is where we find that you first take the polythene bags with the holes on them, put your fertile soil in these polythene bags. These bags are normally manufactured and meant for making seedlings for the purpose of transplanting later. And so Mr. Robert first inserted soil in these bags, and from there, after inserting a couple of them, we then went and irrigated our bags with water, took a stem, a grown tea stem, not very mature that cannot be cut, but the one that is able to be cut, and we cut it into sections where there is a bud. And the reason for this is that the bud is growing, and so we leave an interval space whereby this bud is inserted into this soil and the leaf is left for providing nutrients and nourishing this bud as it tries to find its way into the soil and generate roots. We would have shown you the whole episode on how we made our tea, the procedure of waiting for it to grow into seedlings, but it would have consumed a lot of time. And so we went and came back after 3 weeks. And after 3 weeks, we found out that the seedlings we had put in bags were grown and were transferred into a construction that was made for the purpose of housing these seedlings. And this involves we have a place whereby a frame is put on soil, a rectangular frame with timber, and the seedlings in bags are placed inside this timber, the rectangular timber frame. And from there, we can see that our seedlings, we didn't wait for the whole procedure to complete, since we also had other things to do. And so we find that they made over 500 tea seedlings, and 3 weeks later they were grown. And from here is where they can be taken and put in tea farms, and they later become tea bushes. On your screens is a rectangular frame that I was talking about, designed in a way that it looks like a greenhouse, and surrounding it is also another caging that has been constructed, and it has been fenced with branches from trees. And the reason for that is to prevent invasion from maybe animals such as dogs penetrating and stepping on this tea. And so the whole compartment is composed of a structure inside a structure, and where the tea seedlings are placed is a very congested place, and this enables the seedlings to grow well, utilizing all the nutrients provided in the caged timber frame. They made over 500 seedlings, and if I tell you, this is quite a tiresome task. Farming is hard, and that that is the whole procedure. First, you begin with finding these bags, filling them up with soil, fertile soil, and then cutting your tea branches, irrigating your seedlings, the bags in seedlings with seedlings, then putting them in such a structure, caging it so that it may retain more moisture, utilize more nutrients, and leaving them to grow, maybe with a close monitoring from one or maybe once in a while. So yeah, the structure was quite long, I won't lie you. It is quite long. That's what I'm telling you, we have over 500 seedlings. And it is quite a, if they sell, maybe they were to sell these seedlings, and each seedling would cost maybe 3 shillings or 5 shillings according to our economy, you find that we have over 5 times 500, we have 2,500 on a single sale. That's good money for a teenager. So yeah.